Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
What up?
What up,
What's up, Gary?
What's good?
It's so funny because I have like a whole gang of people watching because I've been like manifesting this moment for like the past couple months and telling my friends every day, like, yeah, wait till I get on Tea with Gary Vee. So they're all like watching today. So you were excited about the newbies. So like there's a whole gang of people that are like super excited to be here today.
Let's go.
So I have a couple questions, just two like quick ones, if that's okay. So a little backstory. When I was 20, I kind of like dropped out of college and then I got pregnant with my son. And me and a few of my friends, I asked them if they like wanted to start this mom group. And so we kind of started this mom group and turned it into a nonprofit, and it like really blew up. And it was like this amazing thing and a lot of fun and probably like still one of my greatest accomplishments. And COVID kind of took that and like put it to a halt. Like we couldn't meet, we couldn't do anything. And I actually like, I guess like in that time period, so over the last like couple months, I kind of found like a new passion. And so I started doing like DIY projects and like furniture flips and stuff like that. So I ended up.
I love the furniture flips.
Yeah. So it's been really cool, and like people are like really into it. And so like, I don't know, I guess I kind of feel bad about like abandoning like my old passion, but also
you can't apologize for the truth.
True that. And it was kind of becoming, it was kind of becoming more like a chore rather than like, you know, something that I was like more excited to do.
And by the way, not everything in life has to be so absolute. That's like the biggest problem right now in our society. Everything's like, you're bad, you're good. Everything's so binary, and there's like no room for like a little compromise. And that's what I think about your situation right now. You don't have to completely bounce on the moms group. You could just turn it into something that you check in once a month on, or it's an every 6 week thing now instead of an everyday thing.
That is true. We do run like a private group that's still up, and people still like can get advice and things like that in there.
And you can make a video and hop in there and say, or write in there. I don't know how it's structured, and be like, yo, listen, I'm evolving. This is what I'm about right now, but this is forever something I love, and I'm going to come here every 6 weeks, and I'm going to hang for 3 hours, and anything that I was bringing to the table before, if I can bring during that time, we're good.
True that. So to expand like a little bit more on that, like I guess like my personality as a whole is like I'm kind of like a giver. So like I feel like I like give like constantly. And I feel like you're a giver too. Like how do you, because like I give my all at work all day. I come home, I have 2 kids, so I like, you know, give my all to them, my friends, my family, like just constantly like, and then, you know, like after they go to bed, I'm trying to like work on this like new passion. And like, how do you find the balance? Because I know that you're like a giver too. Like, how do you pour from an empty cup, like at the end of the day?
It's not empty because, and it's probably this is what works for you too. Like the giving is your energy, right? Like when I give, I feel alive. And when I give, I don't expect anything in return. So I'm rarely disappointed from the giving. And then I think the last layer of that cake is I don't judge myself. Like if I go 3 months and I want to get something done and it's not progressing because I've got nothing in the cup because I gave too much over the last 100 days, then that's okay. I mean, that's happening a lot to me right now. Like, you know, between, you know, the business and making sure family and friends are okay, and between the all-in challenge where we raised almost $60 million, and between, you know, just there's just so, you know, being there for so many friends that are really struggling right now. So many friends, you know, contemporaries and, you know, acquaintances are struggling, you know, just heavy, right? Like yesterday, there was that report about like the pig flu in China, and just like some of my friends were just like, I give up. And I'm like, okay, relax. You know, like, you know, when you're the emotional strength for a lot of people, it's daunting. And so what ends up happening is if I didn't get to something over the last 3 weeks, 6 weeks that I needed to financially, professionally, emotionally, I just know it's okay. I think a lot of people beat themselves up. Like I could see you being like, damn, I didn't register my daughter for camp. I fucked up, or shit. Like, you know, like, and I'm kind of like, you know, like I'm just trying out here. And I think it's self-love, and it's being practical about, you know, when you're giving all day, sometimes something's going to drop.
That makes sense.
I think balance is in the eye of the beholder. You know, everyone's like, got to get that work-life balance down. I'm like, that's individual. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's got a different point of view on work-life balance. And I'm all over the place, right? Like last night I slept 10 hours. You know, a week ago or last week I stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning and looked up sports cards and woke up at 6. You know, I just don't think life is as binary as people think it is, you know, and I'm just comfortable navigating it, you know?
For sure. Okay, so then my other question, so like, you know, I've been into the flipping and all of that. So I started a page called like This Simple Flipping Life. Because it's supposed to be about like, you know, minimalism and then like taking what you have and kind of flipping it and DIY renovations and things like that. But I already kind of like naturally had like a little bit of a following like on my personal pages. And so like I was kind of torn between like, should I just like do it on my personal pages?
I'm a fan of that.
Okay. I was like, I don't know, like, cause I don't know if I should. Okay, so like my end goal is to like flip houses and to show people how to flip houses. So like I don't know if I should build a
Mix
brand
it.
around that too, or like just
No. The brand, Kristen, the brand is you. Look at your handle. Life is Kristen. Life ain't one fucking dimension. You already got the name. I'm putting out wine. I'm putting out sports cards. I'm putting out business. I'm putting out garage sales. I'm putting out all sorts of shit on my platform. People really think it's a niche game. I don't. I mean, everyone's got a different point of view, but like, I don't see it that way. You know, I really don't.
I'm
I think you mix it all, and some people like, and people don't listen. When I went from, can you imagine this? When I started talking about business on my page, after I did wine content for 3 years before I did any business content, everybody was just yelling at me like, yo, stay in your lane, wine boy. Don't talk about business. Like people just, you know, like this isn't going to work. You're going to fail. Like stick to what you know. And I was laughing. I'm like, you don't know me. I know a ton of shit. And you know a ton of shit. And you're going to have different interests because I can tell the way you're talking. And that's fucking amazing. That's what makes it interesting.
Thank you. I'm sure those people that were hating in the comments are probably still hating in somebody's comment section.
Listen, hate is the byproduct of somebody who's unhappy with their own life.
Definitely.
We should stop hating our haters and we should start loving our haters.
Yeah.
I mean that. I have a crazy relationship with the people that hate me. I actually have incredible amounts of compassion and sympathy and empathy. Like the thought to take time out of my day to try to drag somebody else down or make them feel bad, that blows my mind. I've got zero seconds for that shit. Like I'm trying to spend every second I can to make people happy and feel good. I can't even imagine the deep insecurity, the bad parenting, the unlucky circumstances, the pain. I mean, to really want to go to somebody's fucking account and try to make them feel awful too. And notice how the key word there was too.
Yeah.
There's nobody who's happy and content who's going into the comments hating. We're going to need to find a way to be compassionate. I see people blocking and deleting hate. Don't block and delete. That's your own insecurity of you not being able to deal with something that might be making you feel uncomfortable. I mean, this is about going to a higher place. I roll with deep compassion for my haters. You have time to worry about my life when I don't even know your name. That's not good. I want it to be better for you.
They say if you don't have any haters and you're not doing something right too. So
but that's street talk to like pump someone up. I'm coming at it from love talk. I'm coming at this from a totally different place. I don't need haters or cheerers to tell me I'm winning. I know I'm winning. I don't need any fucking validation from the outside, pro or con. I'm actually talking about genuinely caring about other human beings, especially the ones that are most trying to hurt you. That's on some different mental shit. And that is what I think is the next step that we need.
I agree.
Awesome.
Can I get a follow too?
Hell yeah.
My fiance was like, he's not gonna follow you. I'm like, dude, Gary's totally gonna follow me.
What's his name?
His name is Breton. Tell him he's a hater.
What's his name?
Branton.
Branton.
Yeah.
Branton, you lost this one, bro. You lost this one.
Thanks, bro.
I got you. Man, you got a real page going. Good for you.
That was like, I just started trying too. Like, that was like naturally just my page. Like literally. I probably posted like 5 times in like the past 2 days because I knew I was going to be on here too. I was like, I have to get it together. But the rest of that is literally just like, I literally just started trying. My really TikTok bio says Gary Vee made me do it too.
I love it. I love it. I wish you well. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Man, that was a good little moment there. I've been really thinking a lot about this. There's so much anxiety and hate right now in the world. We're on tilt, and people are just looking to fight, looking to tear down, looking to blame somebody. It's a real heavy time. And there is only one answer, only, which is compassion and empathy. And, you know, that doesn't mean that there aren't systematic things that need to change and things of that nature, but people are selling fear or they're selling judgment. Right now, everything is fear or judgment, and neither, you know, fear or shame, excuse me. It's fear or shame right now. It's fucking fear or shame. Just not working. Let's keep it moving.